Ladies and gentlemen, Micah is joining me. We are on the last of the putting out the fires. And it requires sand and water times. We need 6 packaged sands and 66,000 liters of water. Wait, no, 6,600 liters of water. Right? Yeah. So, I have... Are there fire trucks? Oh, okay, there's 2 there, 2 there. No, the first underground location is right where our gas truck is. That's frightening. So the question is, do you want me to drag some dairies and I'll handle getting the water and putting these fires out? And if you want to get the sandbags and sandbag the sand water, does that sound good?
Yeah, how many sandbags does...
We're going to need 6 total, 2 for each.
Oh, okay.
Okay, so I'm going to hop in the dairy special. And we're kind of do what we did with the last episode where we just drag. Let's get these freaking fires put out once and for all. Once and for all! How damaged are our trucks? Not too bad. We got lots of fuel. Heavy rescue. I have been having so much fun playing my guitar.
Really?
Yes. Till it hurts. Literally played until my fingers bled. Was the summer of 23. I don't know that I'll see another summer of 69. I didn't see the first one. Ah! Stutter.
Yeah, I noticed that.
Oh, donk. But when I look back now, the summer seemed to last forever. And I will say, even though I absolutely love my Ibanez, and it's the coolest guitar ever, my old Strat is still my favorite guitar.
Yeah?
Yep. It's my cheap Mexican Strat that I bought 20 years ago. And it's, when I play the two of them, I still can play faster and better on the Strat. I've got more control. I've got more. It's just probably because I'm used to playing it. It fits. But I like the way it sounds better too. It's a better sounding guitar. It's funny how things change, you know. Ibanez, they used to be like mostly Japanese made, and then they started making their guitars like in the 90s. They started making a lot of them in Indonesia, and they kind of lost quality. And now even their top of the line guitars are Indonesian, and only like the very select group of guitars are made in Japan.
Oh, yeah.
Most of them are imports, yeah. Even my nice one's an Indonesian. And not that they're bad, it's a good guitar, but it's not the same as the Japanese ones. Oh, jeez. But my Strat was Mexican. And I'm not sure if they're still making guitars in Mexico or not. They did USA, Mexico, and then they did Japan for a little bit, and then once again Indonesia/China, and I think most of them are they're either American made or they're Indonesian. But the Mexican ones were really good. I don't think these have any water in them, do they? That's not what I was trying to do. Let's do this.
Wow.
Huh, fire tank source, target. Oh, there's 1650 in one of these. Well, we'll just fill it up all the way because we need more anyway. So what's
the
a
only
better...
place to get the concrete?
We don't need concrete. Sand. Packaged sand is what you want.
Right, but that's only at the mine, right?
Oh, I don't know. Possibly, yeah. Come on. Oh, oh, no. Ah.
Full pipes.
Yeah, this does have water in it. Interesting.
Water. Sandbags. Oh, okay. The railroad station's got sandbags.
Okay, good. That's a little closer to where we are, isn't it?
Yeah.
Do you want me to make it day?
No, it's okay.
Nighttime here, it never really gets all the way dark because of the fire.
Oh, okay, and we'd only have to deliver it there. Two packs of sand is there.
Yeah, basically we're taking it from where the gas truck is parked, very safely parked right on top of a underground fire, all the way back to the third one's back by the sawmill. So that road there just has fires underneath it.
Trying to think of the fastest way over there.
I think the road. If you're on the other map, I'm not sure, but if this road comes out, I think right by the water supply.
It's the old way.
So today was my first day off in 3 weeks.
Nice.
It's been crazy, man. Now, I think probably it will start slowing down because we're going into fall. But I got a bunch of editing I got to do, so the pay is still coming. But it was nice to have all that work. Very thankful, that's for sure. And Simone's barn is finally picking up. We were able to get rid of the boarder that wouldn't pay. She kept... God, that's a whole story.
Was this a different girl than the other one?
No, it's the same one. So Simone gave her 30 days notice at the 1st of August. To which she responded with a question mark. And so Simone said, like, this is what's happening. Like, you need to get your horses out of the barn. So when the 30 days was over, she pretended like she never got the message and never was told anything. And was like, well, no, I'm not leaving because you never gave me 30 days. So Simone took a piece of paper right in front of her with a hammer and a nail that said, you have to leave in a week. And pounded it onto the door. Like, here you go. Now you got a piece of paper. Is that what you want? You have a week. Get out. And the girl still refused to leave. So she finally called the police on her this week. And the police were like, well, we'll let, like, just for brevity's sake, we'll let her have till the end of the month. But if she comes on the property on October 1st or later, she will be arrested. So she has to have her horses off the property by then. The chief was like, that's plenty of time for you to get your horses off the property. You've already had plenty of time. You were just being gracious with you. And, you know, you need to get out of here. And he's like, you know, most owners would go after the money that you owe them. She's only just trying to get you to leave. So if I were you, I would take that and get out of here, or you're going to end up with a lawsuit for the past months that you owe. Because that's what most owners do. And she was like,
okay.
No, she was just belligerent about it. Like, well, they didn't tell me, and I don't feel like oh, no, this girl's a real piece of work. So, no, she had all attitude about it and was like, well, I think they owe me this. And I mean, she really is one of those people. So I think we're still going to have trouble. My poor wife, she's been staying till like 9 o'clock every night, just watching to make sure the girl leaves and doesn't steal anything. Because she already stole one of the other girls' halter things. Like whatever they have some blankets or whatever that they put under the saddle, and she took one of them.
Oh, I thought you were talking about halter tops or something.
No.
Stealing clothes?
No, they put like there's a blanket, there's like a saddle blanket. Oh my God, what is breaking my truck? There's nothing on the road. There's like a blanket or something they put underneath the saddle. And she stole one of those from my wife's friend. It's just like, grow up. Like, seriously, you're 30 years old. Like, quit acting like you're 12. But yeah, it's been an experience. My poor wife.
Yeah.
And you know, Simone's quiet. She's not like a fighter. You know what I mean? So
She's not a what? What do you mean?
No, she's not a fighter. She's not with people she doesn't know. She doesn't feel comfortable. You know how she is. She's not.
Oh, she doesn't like beating up people that she doesn't know. Okay.
But you've met her. You've met her in person. She's pretty shy. You know.
She is.
She is. I guess not. Maybe my impression of my wife is not the impression she really is.
Maybe I don't know my wife like everybody else knows.
I guess. Yeah. I always imagine her as like not being very outgoing and just kind of being quiet and not, you know. She doesn't seem to want to be the center of attention.
I would say in person, definitely yes.
Yeah, she's. Yeah.
But from like on the game and stuff.
Yeah, you know, when she's with people she feels comfortable with, then she's outgoing.
Oh, so she's just not comfortable with me, okay.
No, I'm not. She's fine with you in person. I'm very glad for her, though, because at least with this barn, aside from the jerks that she meets, most of the people there are really nice, and she's made a ton of friends. So, like, there's one girl there that helps all the time. She's just super sweet, and Simone and her have become really close friends. And then there's a new girl who just moved in, but she's like really nice. And they've really hit it off, and they're like, you know, they're hanging around all the time, and you know, it's just cute. It's cute because she's making friends there, you know. And as of next month, we'll actually be pulling a salary. So,
oh, cool.
Her income, I think, within 2 months, her income will have replaced the income that I lost when I lost my job. So. That's all good stuff.
Yeah, I just remember her getting in some, I wouldn't say heated arguments on Twitch, but there was a couple.
With who?
I don't know, some other people or something like that. I remember one time you were like, "Come on, guys, calm down."
Oh yeah. She's definitely ornery.
Mm-hmm. It's funny. I call people ornery sometimes. And it's like they get really offended at that.
Why?
I know, that's why I'm just like, it's like they act like they're really offended because I said that they're ornery.
Maybe they're dumb and they think you said horny.
Ooh, I hope not.
Like, what are you, sicko? What's the matter
with
you? No, ornery, like feisty, sassy.
Yeah.
Like a cowboy? Like an old cowboy. Ornery. Guess not.
Not cranky.
Yeah.
Ornery.
Well, ornery does mean kind of cranky, though, doesn't it?
I don't think so. I just think it's like a little bit like mischievous, you know?
Yeah. But then again, I also think of Jack Palance in City Slickers.
Yeah.
Curly.
I always liked his brother.
Wait,
When
Curly.
he told you what that one thing, he goes, he points his finger to whatever the hell this means, you know? It's like,
Oh, yeah.
it's like to laugh. Look at the finger, that one thing.
He's like, you gotta find that one thing.
One thing. What is that? That's for you to decide. And then his brother's just like, oh, Curly told you about that one thing, huh? Well, whatever the hell that means. Or something like
Like, just didn't get it.
his old brother didn't even get it, you know?
I love that movie. That's a great movie. Great 80s movie.
Yeah. Or 90s, ain't it?
I guess, yeah, you know what? Maybe it is. Like, or it was when I was in high school, but it probably was like 91 or 92. Could have been 90, 91, 92. The end of the Billy Crystal era. Mm-hmm. Where's the trucks? I need to go. Okay. I'm going to do a repair on the fire trucks. They're pretty beat down. Taking the Rescue Ranger. Oop.
Now, can I get back out of here?
I don't know.
Yes, I can. Okay.
So
All
when
right.
is the new Snowrunner coming out? Next year?
I'm not sure.
I thought they said like early next year, spring or something.
Well, I did see a video, and they're doing that one game that's coming out is going to be scout orientated.
Yeah, oriented.
Yeah, oriented, and it's like they're going to do 2 games now. So I think what it was is like you know, in this game, scouts are pretty much useless unless
Except for specifically scouting, yeah.
right. That's all they're good for, and then you can get away with not even using them.
Right.
You know, you can put a tank on the back of the Zix, and then you can just go scout anything you want, you know.
Right.
So I think they're going to make a more orientated scout
Oriented.
game.
There's no
So-
There's no Tatoes in Orient.
Huh?
There's no Tatoes in Orient.
Orientated?
There's no orientated. It's not a word.
Oh, okay.
It's oriented.
All right.
People started saying that in the 90s.
Hey, Professor.
Yeah, I know. Well,
Hey,
no.
Professor.
I actually had a professor that used to say it all the time, and it drove me nuts. And I finally showed him. I'm like, look, that's not a word. But I think, how does that work? If people use it enough, it becomes common use or whatever. And so then it does become a word. Because it means the same thing. There was there was a guy he had a video about what was it called? What did he say? He said,
Well, the reason I'm saying it the way I am is kind of like once you're used to it, it's past tense. So that's why I put the ed on the end.
no, oriented is correct. It's not. You're putting a tate in there. You're saying orientated. It's oriented.
Oriented?
It's oriented.
Oh, it's easier for me to say orientated.
Yeah, than a lot of people do. It's funny. I hear a lot of people say turret. That's another one. Like for a tank, they call it a turret. It's not. It's turret. There's no N.
Really?
Yeah, it's turret. But a lot of people
I
say
know
turret.
it's turret, but I didn't know it was turret.
No, a lot of people say that though. A lot of people call it turret.
Really? I didn't know
Yep.
that.
And I'm like, no, turret. There's no N. Being around World of Tanks, I heard it a lot. Yeah, but you wonder, like, how long is it, hang on. Here we go. Before something that is not a word, if it's used enough, becomes a word.
I wouldn't know because I can barely even get my English down right as it is, you can tell. so it doesn't really matter to me.
No, but usually you're very correct on your English. You have very good English, Micah.
I don't know. I'm still learning.
I think we're all still learning. I say and spell things wrong all the time. I catch myself half the time. One thing that I do that drives myself crazy is when I mean to type, how does it go? I want to type they and I type the.
Oh, okay.
Like I leave the Y off. That happens to me all the time. So it'll be like, that's what the say. And I'm like, no, they. Urgh. That's my big mistake. But yes, orientated. I had a professor that used to say it all the time. And I pointed it out to him and he's like, wow, I didn't realize that. I'm like, yeah. You don't need the extra tate in there, my friend.
Did he like it when you would correct him?
No. Nobody does. My grandma used to do it, though, so that's a habit that I have now. She was a grammar Nazi. I inherited it from her. I just like it when people are educated. That's like, what did big tall man always say? And I always picked on him. There was something he used to type all the time, and I'd pick on him. I can't remember now.
I don't know. I never really pay attention.
He would, but he fixed it then. It was like one of those things. Like if I'm trying to remember, it was like there and there, like THER versus THERE.
When I first got to college, I had a horrible time with that.
Oh yeah.
Oh yeah, it took this girl down the hall. Her name is Angie, and she was an English major. And man, it took the longest time for me to understand the three there's, and here and where's, and those words were like she always proofread my papers, and she's like, Micah, this is the wrong there, and I'm just like, what's the difference?
It makes a difference, Micah.
Right, yeah, she's like, that's what she said. She goes, you're going to get marked for all this stuff.
Yes.
She goes, I'm like, all right.
They pay attention to this. This is why you're going to class.
Because I used to argue with her. I'm like, you understand what I'm saying when I put that word in there? She's like, yes, I get the point. I go, then why won't the teacher get the point? It's like, that's not how school works. And I'm like, really? She's like, no, that's not how school works. I'm like, okay, teach me.
Yeah, I see. One I haven't seen I saw for a while and I haven't seen in a little bit. You know how you say might as well? Like, oh, you might as well this or you might as well that. Recently, I've seen people saying mine as will.
Mine as
Right, it's might as well. You might as well do this or you might as well do that. Meaning it's the same thing, you know what I mean? Like, hey, if you did this, you might as well do that.
Right.
They say mine as will, MINEASWILL, mine as will.
That's not even close to the
I
same
know,
thing.
it doesn't even make any sense. But I've seen it from multiple people on the you know, I read comments, so usually not for my videos.
Is it a foreigner? Like
no,
foreign, like
yeah, I don't know, probably.
Okay.
But it's like when I watch Angry Joe, and I love Angry Joe, and then he calls it Colorado. And I'm like, no, dude, it's Colorado, not Colorado.
It's funny, we got a street in Toledo called, it's spelled Nevada.
Nevada.
Yeah, Nevada, and they always call it. They just said it this morning in the news. Naviad, Avenue, Naviad Street,
Naviad?
something like it's like it doesn't even fit. You know, I'm just like, where are they getting this stuff from? You know?
Naviad. No, I know a lot of America says Nevada now. I don't know if it's news people that started that, but I know that people from Nevada hate it. and they're like, no, it's Nevada, not Nevada. But
I get it.
Yeah, it's like it'd be like if they called us Ohio. No, it's Ohio.
It's like, oh, hi. Oh, okay.
Oh, hi. Oh. I don't think I've ever heard anyone mispronounce Ohio. But you should hear my wife try to pronounce Cuyahoga. She's like, yeah, it's up on the Cuyahoga River or whatever you call it.
I mean, they can't even sell aluminum correctly.
That's right. Now, in all fairness, I did hunt that argument down all the way. And it turns out the person that came up with the word, at first they called it aluminum. And then they realized it was too hard to say, and it didn't really match the other elements. So he changed the name to aluminum. And then eventually decided that it didn't follow the other elements like cadmium, barium, and so then he changed it again to aluminium or aluminium. So it was an eum at the end, like the other ones.
Thank you. You helped out a lot.
So the guy that, so the guy that, oh, there you go. So the guy that originally said aluminium also was the same guy that said aluminum, and he did decide that aluminium was the proper way to pronounce it. So the English win on that one, but Americans still call it aluminum. We never changed it. Oh, what the frick? Like, seriously, there's nothing there. My truck just took like 15 or 16 damage on nothing.
Yeah, I know it.
I'm just driving down the road, Mr. Maga. Minding my own business. Now, what's cool about this dairy truck is that the interior paint job actually matches the exterior paint job. Have you noticed? Okay. Have you like in the fire department truck, it actually says like fire department squad 101 and stuff inside, and it's got like white and gray and white and gray and red paint. But the blue truck is blue inside and doesn't have any firemen or fire squad or anything like that. And it's the same color blue. That's really neat.
Hi, Javius.
Hey, Javius, we are in Snowrunner if you would like to join us.
I figured that out. I'm loading it up.
All right. I'm sailing away. All right, so I'm putting fires out. Micah's getting sandbags. I'm getting water. I've got enough water for the first 2 fires, and then there's one more after that one's done. So if you want to help, maybe help Micah. Did you get all 6 sandbags?
Yep. I got them all.
Okay, so if you want to help me then, James, if you want to grab the blue truck that's parked next to the fuel tanker, you can use that to deliver to... I'm going to go all the way down the road and do the farthest one. If you want to do the second farthest one, and then all that'll be left is the one that's right here by the fuel tank. Oh, come on. Get on the road. I'm so sad. I had a little light kit for my Jeep truck, and I was gonna hot glue it in today, and now I can't find it. It's gone. I looked all over the house for it, and I can't find it. Now I'm sad. So the third one's up this dirt road. The truck would have looked really cool with headlights.
I gotta move this truck.
What's in the way?
The one dairy, the blue one.
Oh, that's the one that I'm having JVS take. Oops. Hello, JVS.
Loading.
So how was your day at work, James?
I stayed away from my office all day, so
Oh, that's a good thing, right?
worked out well.
What did you do? You were on the road?
Every month I do a walkthrough of all of our wellness facilities, and so that's what I was doing today.
Oh, that's cool. Does it take you a couple days to do it, or is it just like a one-day thing?
In the past, I've done it all in one day, but it's kind of spread out, and it's... So which truck? The P12? Is that the one you want me to grab, or the Western Star?
No, it's already out in the field. It's on the second map.
Oh, I loaded into the first map. Okay.
It'll be the blue Daryl. God dang it! These stupid rocks.
It's by the fuel truck.
It's the only dairy.
There should be two, but it's the only one you can get into.
This must be the one, because I can get into it. Okay.
Ugh.
So, I know you already said, but what job are we on?
Which what?
With
Oh, which mission?
yeah,
Putting out the underground fires.
we've already loaded. Okay.
Boing.
So it looks like, oh, that's packaged sand that's at that location. Oh, the water tower way down here in the bottom. Okay.
What? Oh, for crying out loud. Wait till you get to this one, Micah. You're going to have fun with this. Stupid thing. Fire number 1 is out. I'm actually thinking it might be easier just to recover and come back. So I'm going to do that. Give me a chance to stretch my back.
Long day at Starfield.
What do you think I am? No, actually, today I didn't do much. I woke up. I took my wife to work. I then went to Target and got with the baby and got baby food and a new toilet seat for my toilet upstairs because it broke. And then we came home.
Broke
and
it.
Yeah, the lid, like the plastic, it's old. It's like 20 years old.
Oh, yeah, it's the age. Yeah.
Are you saying something?
Not at all.
Are you saying I blew it off with my caustic crap?
I don't know. What is Simone
Oh, I
say
wasn't
about
even
that?
thinking that.
Yeah. Anyway, it wore out. The seat broke. The latch broke. And so the seat is just falling off now. And so I need to put a new one on. This is the second one up there.
Hope you didn't get a wooden one.
No, God. Well, it's not plastic. It's like, it is wood. Wait, why is that bad?
Well, in my house, we tend to run on the overweight side. And
Yeah.
wooden ones typically will break in between the little feet
Oh.
underneath there because the wood is, you know, basically sawdust and glue.
It says it's, they're
Yes,
white,
This might not. Yeah, I know.
but it says something, it did say something about wood.
They're engineered wood. We've never had good luck with them.
Oh, great. Well, I haven't put it in yet, so maybe I should take it back. So what would you recommend getting instead?
Plastic.
Trough.
What'd you say, Micah?
A trough.
Well, the last one I had was plastic.
And it lasted 20 years.
No, 10. The toilet's 20 years old. I got one of those silent shutting bowls or lids.
Yes.
I love it.
I have that.
We
too.
got one too. Just make sure people don't push down on it.
Yep.
It'll break it.
Oh.
Yeah.
And what's really fun is when you go to somebody else's house that doesn't have one of those, and I just give the little lid a little nudge like I do at my house, and it slams to the toilet.
They're like, sorry, I didn't know, sorry. Squad 101 on the way.
What? 101?
Squad 101 on the way. Wait, is that the nearest one? No, that's the nearest one.
I'd say the blue streak is on the way, except for not streak at all.
We call it the brown streak.
That's you guys are totally in the toilet thing right now. I mean, it's just not.
Hey, when you loosen the lid to this is what happens.
Oh, Lord. After this mission, I'm going to need some coffee. And a wee-wee. I'm getting sleepy. So anyway, yeah, so then after that, since I have, I am kind of building up fluid in my legs a little bit, so I gotta,
Just a little.
a lot. And so, I've been, having to put my legs up to try to drain it back down.
Yep.
So after I was done with all my chores, I went up to the living room and did that for a little bit with Liza. And we watched half of Frozen 2. It was pretty good so far. The parts that I remember. And then the baby went to sleep, so I came downstairs and created a new farm for a new series that I'm doing. And then promptly, when Micah got on, I promptly deleted that farm, not saving it, so that I have to recreate it again. But, oh well. Frustratingly, life seems to go on. What'd you say?
I've been thinking about maybe trying a farm again.
This
now that
one...
I'm in track IR. See if that's increases my enjoyment.
Yeah, it might. Even with the joystick track IR, it's kind of fun with Farm Sim. If you do a lot of in-the-cockpit stuff. Oh, my fingers are frozen. It's cold down here. But that farm is going to be cool. This one I'm actually doing, I'm going to be doing a vineyard.
Never did any of the vineyard stuff in 22. I don't think I actually ever did a real proper farm. In that, it was mostly just the wood stuff.
But Starfield is fun. I am enjoying that also. I will say it is very repetitive, very repetitive. But I like the gameplay, so I don't mind that. It's not varied like Star Citizen though, where every night is different. So
Star Citizen, every night is different.
every night is different.
Yeah, because you don't know what's going to work and what's not going to work.
Exactly.
That's not a game mechanic.
Sometimes you spend 45 minutes putting your clothes on and getting your ship, just to have the game crash when you leave the hangar. Other times you leave the hangar and everything goes right, and then you run into a couple missions and have fun with some. But I think from a gameplay standpoint, if we could merge the two games, it would be incredible.
I think the one, well, you gotta. Starfield is so much more fleshed out than Star Citizen. So it'd be hard for me to compare the two.
I think Star Citizen eventually will be that flushed out, though.
I don't know. It's already taken them 10 years just to get to this point.
Yeah, I know. But the things, they're going to have things that they don't have in this game. You're going to have a transport career, cargo career. There's going to be all kinds of different career paths that you can go down that this game just doesn't have. I mean, really.
Oh, it's not the same.
What do you mean?
Starfield is an RPG.
Yeah.
You know, it's an open world sandbox RPG, but that's it. You know.
Yeah.
So.
That's why I think Star Citizen has potential, because it has those elements.
Oh yeah, definitely. But you got to remember that Star Citizen, you know, you're supposedly you're gonna need people. Well, if they get the economy correct in the game, then you will need people delivering materials from one area to another.
Right.
You know what I mean? To keep the economy going. Whereas in Starfield, you don't need that.
You don't need anything, right?
Yeah, it's an RPG. So it's
okay. I'm dumb.
You did it?
No, I drove all the way down to the water tower to fill the tank that's already full.
Oh no, I'm sorry.
You want me to go to the first underground location?
Yeah. Yeah. Oh, that's right. You just stretch this episode out a little bit. I will go tinkle and get coffee while you're completing your task.
I can't remember how I do that.
1 second.
Little crane. There we go.
Well, I'll go to the second one, which is near Micah. It's farther away.
Okay.
You're right there. If you want to go to the second one, I'll go to the first one. Doesn't matter.
I'll do the one by the fuel truck.
So I'll go to the one that's left because
Okay.
we'll be there shortly.
Squad 101. Return fire.
The guy that works for me has been playing Starfield, and he keeps trying to get me interested in playing it.
So far, everybody that I've met that plays Star Citizen, most of them love Starfield.
Yeah, 'cause it's a nice break.
Yeah, and it's a good game. It really is. It's a Bethesda game. So if you liked Skyrim and you liked Fallout, you'll like this game. There's funny things that happen, random things that happen. The weapons are cool. The gunplay is fun. Mostly it's a shoot and loot. You basically I'd say you spend 80% of your time shooting people and then looting them, looking for special weapons and stuff like that. That's mostly what it's at its heart.
See, I loved Skyrim.
Yep. It's got a good story behind it, though, and so there's that. And
I did not like Fallout 4 at all.
what?
And
What didn't you like about Fallout 4?
one was the movement. Like you're constantly bobbing around. It's been so long now, it's hard to even say what I didn't care for.
Boing.
But the videos I've seen of Starfield, it's the first person shooter aspect of it just like doesn't.
Well, you can play third person if you want.
Yeah, that's what everybody says.
That's what?
That's what everybody says.
It's the constant jumping around and shooting things that I'm just like,
Oh, you don't have to jump when you shoot. I just stand there and shoot stuff. I don't jump. You can
Neither
do
do
it.
I. I always crouch.
People like that because, like a lot of guys like to jump and shoot. And so because it has, a lot of it depends on the planet, but it has no and low gravity situations where you can do that and people like it. But personally, I just prefer standard combat.
What I like about it is you can play any way you want, basically.
I think it's satisfying when you shoot an opponent. And
I love that video you did, man. That was hilarious.
when you're in low gravity and they're like,
Hey,
"Wah!" and they go flipping up in the air and the gun goes
here.
What'd I say to him?
No, he was like talking to you, and you just put the gun up and shot him in the face, and his body just went like limp, and he's standing there, and he's slowly falling over like a tower. That was hilarious.
Oh God!
And you're like, I just shot your friend, and you're standing there giving me a warning.
Right. So yeah, some of the death animations are really funny. I do enjoy that about the game. All right, I'm gonna go start the next mission, but we're gonna call it an episode. Well, no, we'll wait till. Yeah,
I'm back on the pavement, so.
He's back on the pavement. We're gonna call this an episode. You'll see the actual end of it in the next episode, but I want to keep moving. So, ladies and gentlemen, hopefully you enjoyed this episode as we finished putting out the underground fires. And I'm going to start the next mission and then figure out what I'm going to do with the boys, what they're going to work on. Because there's one or two more missions we got to finish. So, see you in the next episode.